Okay, guys. Hello, everyone. Oops, something. Hello, hello. Okay, now it's good, I think. All right. Hello, everyone. Again, it's Ali here, and we are back at the New Year's um, episodes of my stream, and you may many of you, I guess, already know what we're doing here, but I'm just gonna quickly walk you through this again as we usually do. um, Taking a break is always good, but at the same time it's always hard. So I need to remember everything we've been doing, and we're gonna do that together now. And we will continue working on what we started. So let me just quickly walk you through again what am I doing here. My name is Ali. I'm a software engineer for many years already, and I decided to start the stream to share with public my methods of doing stuff, and also how I learn stuff, and show it publicly to everyone, gather feedback, communicate with the community, and maybe at some point come up with another great idea for something. For now, I'm just realizing my bucket list with you guys, and one of the bucket list, one of the things on bucket list was the Polymarket trading bot, and this is what we are currently doing. So my streams are structured in a way as this TV series structured. Basically, we have seasons and episodes, and each season is a long-running project or application, and each episode is an individual stream like this one that you're watching. And currently, we are at the season 2, episode 6. So let's review what we've done so far. I'm gonna have to remember that together with you guys, and we can go ahead and continue working on that. So what we did last time is we did actually a lot of refactoring of the code base, and I think that was mostly the only thing we did, because we want to keep our Polymarket trader bot as flexible as possible, and ideally it should have everything abstracted and testable. So this is what I was doing last episode. So we basically just separated everything into utils. You can see there is many files. Like, we still did not make a proper review of all of that, but I think in the future we are gonna be covering most of it with the tests and so on. So right now is the most important. What's the most important is that it's done. It's not repeating itself, and it has all the functions abstracted, so it does not produce endlessly useless code base. And also what we did is we created this roadmap for the future changes of our strategy. If you remember, our first attempt to trade failed with loss of $5, which is like not pleasant. I mean, not bad, not big amount, right? But it's only because of the absolute value. If you will take a look at our bank back then, we lost actually 25%, which is a lot. And we are gonna be talking usually most of the time about losses and winnings in terms of relative values, not absolute values, because absolute values mean nothing, and the most important is how much you earn or lose in the relative terms to your portfolio, or I don't know, like any other benchmark you choose. Okay, let me quickly see. There is a comment on YouTube. Let's talk about Venezuela situation and detecting insider trading, that kind of stuff. Cool idea. Let's keep that for later, because right now I really want to do something with like, I mean, we shouldn't I think it's cool idea, but we shouldn't like stop on Venezuela only. There is shit ton of insider trading on Polymarket because it's unregulated, and we can do that later. But I mean, with any event that will happen in the future, and as you can see, there are many events in there, and they don't give us any holidays at all. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I think it's cool idea, but we definitely need to finish what we started first, or at least get to some point where we say, okay, we've done everything we could. Let me review actually what we are doing here. What we are doing here for the newcomers is we're trying to get to farm basically the rewards for the market makers, and I'm still not sure whether it's profitable, and whether it's profitable within our setup, our amateur setup, and that's what we are trying to figure out, and we're trying to earn something. When we lost $5, we actually earned 1 cent, so this is something. And yeah, here it is. I was looking for a page. So there is a reward page which basically describes all the market with the conditions on how you can make money if you will provide liquidity to the order book. It's sorry, it means you don't have to actually hold the positions, but you have to hold open orders in the order book in order to get the farming. And I wonder where is my cent? Like, if I earn less than something, I just lose it. Shouldn't there be any? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe they sent it to me. No, they did not. I don't know. Okay, we'll figure that out later, I guess, when we will earn something and lose it. Then we will make a hunting for it. Okay. So let's go back to our roadmap. Let's walk through it again just to refresh the memory. So we found the critical, high priority, and medium priority, and low priority issues, and they are described here. So the critical issues are so basically what we did, I'm jumping there and back again, just to remember, to make sure everything you have in the context is correct. So basically what we did last time is we purchased high and sold low. This is a best practice to lose money, and this is what we did as our first strategy. And we need to improve that strategy because our code base is basically just doing a loops, like you can see here, 30-second loops, which is like very, very long time, because everything can change within this time, and basically what we need to do is to definitely listen to the more live update of the price feeds and everything. And also what we were doing is we were basically like putting buy and yes orders around the market price, but the mid price. But the thing is, we were doing it slowly, and the market was going up and down, and we just purchased high and sold low. And also we did not actually account anything that we hold. So basically, when we purchased one for 53, we shouldn't have just sold it for 35 just like this. We should have thought about this at least. So this is what we are gonna be doing now, just fixing the strategy, making more sense basically. So okay, let's go and walk through our roadmap that we've built with the open code. Also, oh, by the way, I updated open code. It just released a new minor version bump, and yeah, I actually used it a lot during the last weeks, and it's crazy tool. I'm getting in love with it. I hope I did not spend much time on understanding its internal I hope I did not waste that time, because like last time I did this for one AI tool, it was a year ago, and yeah, I haven't opened that tool ever since. And but I realized, actually understood many things, so probably it also makes sense, you know. And also today is actually birthday of my YouTube channel. I uploaded my first video to YouTube. It was Adobe Photoshop video tutorial by me when I was 13 years old. It was 2009. So today, and it's hidden. Don't even try to find it. I don't think I'm gonna be showing that to you. It's like you know, family memory for me now. But it happened 5th of January 2009. So it was like 17 years ago, guys, that I tried my first YouTube. And there were a couple of more attempts, to be honest, but let's just celebrate that. 17 years, it's a lot. We are gonna be doing party at 20 years. Let's hope I'm gonna stay here on YouTube for the next 3 years. Then we're gonna do a big party. I love parties. So okay, let's go back. Enough with the off topics. I did the intro. Relaxed from the holidays, basically, and now we can proceed. Let me know if you have a clear vision of me. I think there is a too much light coming from there, right? Okay, 1 second. Okay, guys, I think it's much better now. So let's finally proceed to what we have all gathered here for. Let's read through our roadmap and then start implementing that. So critical issues are high impact and low medium effort. So these are the ones that we can quickly do, and they will bring the most of the impact. So we need to fix those before the next production run, and that's true because like every production run loses money. So pre-flight checks, balance checks before placing orders. We need to query USDC and token balances. Skip orders when insufficient balance, so don't attempt to orders that will fail. This is what we need to fix for sure. Halt bot if both sides fail repeatedly, and log warnings when operating one-sided. So yeah, if we don't have enough tokens for one of the sides of the market making, then we need to have warnings and make sure that operators is aware of that. But of course we want that bot to be automated fully, so that's why we need to actually like get to this problem differently than just warning. But we will do that later. I think the more we dive deeper into the what's market making, what we will do. So second one is a two-sided liquidity. So this is where we see the inventory before starting. We need both USDC and tokens in order to be able to buy and sell stuff. So so what we can use is the token minting with the split position function, which is basically where we put our USDC in and we get yes and no tokens out of it. And by this we will be still market neutral basically, and we will hold the positions that we can market make later on. An alternative, buy tokens first from the limit order from the market. I don't think we need to do that because we are not gonna be market neutral at all. Okay, next one, inventory management, is track current position on each cycle, position limits, max tokens before stopping by side, inventory skewed quoting. Yeah, okay, so basically this is where we change our votes basically, or based on what we are holding. Yeah, okay. So the first one is pretty easy. We just need to integrate, but it's not all only about integrating this. Also, we need to use it somehow, and so that's why I'm gonna be implementing the two-sided liquidity first. I want to split the positions, then we will be checking the balances, and because it doesn't make sense to do that before splitting the positions, and then we can proceed with this inventory management. But to be honest, like, I'm still not sure, and we need to dive deeper into that. And also testing dry run mode, simulate without placing real orders. We will be eventually doing that at some point, but I don't think we are gonna be doing that today. So next one is high priority, risk management, stop loss threshold, max daily loss, field tracking, real-time P&L calculation, market volatility protection, real-time data. Sorry, I just got lost in this. Trend detection, dynamic spread widening during high volatility, real-time data. I think we can like actually capitalize on high volatility, so I don't think we should do something with that, at least for now. It's just an idea of mine. Yeah, so that next is the WebSocket for midpoint updates for field notifications. I thought we were gonna be doing that here already, or maybe we can just use HTTP for easy part and separate web UI for monitoring and debugging. Yes, that's what we need for sure. That's what we are gonna be doing today as well. Real-time charts, price, inventory, and P&L. Okay. Medium priority, order management, order amendment instead of cancel replace, batch order placement for multiple markets, order expiration handling, auto select high rewards markets from Gamma API. We have that, right? Filtered by liquidity, volume, rewards amount. Okay, so let's start with a split position just so we have the both sides of the market, but this will not fix anyhow our strategy, that's for sure. And then we can check, we can do all these checks as well, and then we can think how we can change our strategy, because like just by splitting that and just by monitoring that positions and balances, we won't change our strategy in any way. It will still be losing money. So what we need to do is this basically inventory skewed quoting. So we will try something like this. We will try to probably, I don't know, calculate the, like, if we, like, first of all, I really want to be faster reacting on the market, on the mid price, so we won't be ending up as we did before in the basically position where we just purchased something and the price went very fast. So we need to track position. Let's just write it down in our to-do list. So implement split position, implement the rest of the map as you see fit. Yeah, so we will just add it here. Implement balance checking, or how it's called. Let's just copy paste it from here. Pre-flight checks. Right, and here is called two-sided liquidity. And what else? Inventory management. We will do implement real time. Where was that? Real time charts. Real time. Meat price. Where was that? Real time data WebSockets for midpoint updates. Yes, that's what we are gonna implement. And then we will implement this inventory management. This should not be hard, so let's just go ahead and start, right? And I have my Copilot restarted, usage restarted, but I think we can just YOLO. All right, so what we have here is the agent that was working on our roadmap. No, it was the one that was refactoring. Yeah, that's true. And now we can just start a new session, I guess. Let's see if we have everything committed. Yes. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to implement split position and two-sided liquidity. So let's just copy that and come here to the planning mode. So let's implement, or let's improve market maker strategy with the point from roadmap. Let's use split position. Okay, let's see what it will offer us. Okay, so I ran it and it's now trying to read through node modules to understand whether the split function is there, I guess. Probably it's not there. There was one guy in the comments asked me yesterday whether I was able to split the positions with SDK. I answered him that we are gonna try today, and I think we are not gonna be able to do that because I think it should be done on chain. But let AI think for us and find this. Okay, based on my research, here's what I learned. The market maker strategy currently places both buy and sell orders, but buy orders require USDC. Sell orders require tokens. Yes or no shares. The problem from roadmap, if you start with only USDC, you can only place buy orders. The bot tried to place sell orders, but they failed silently, and this caused one-sided exposure. Okay, and losses when the market moved. The solution is split position. This CTF, conditional token framework function, allows you to split one USDC into yes and no token at 1:1 ratio, and this gives you an inventory on both sides. To quote, no slippage, no market impact. It's a direct contract interaction. Yes, totally. So the key technical details, there is a contract address. So I assume we are gonna have to sending transactions on chain for that, but that's okay. I've done this for many years, don't worry. So 2 options via relayer client. Or direct contract interaction. Simpler to implement, more complex setup. Yeah, I think we should do the simple approach. We can call, it's not a big deal, we can call a contract instead of using relayers. Relayers are actually not reliable at all. If you can execute yourself, just execute yourself. If you need, especially if you need like the guarantee of delivery and so on, because none of these relayers guarantee shit. And at the end, it's you who needs that, so it's your job to make sure it's executed. I have a few clarifying questions before proposing the final plan. Okay, first of all, we are gonna use option B. When should the split happen? Before starting, reseed inventory as a config option. On demand, automatically split when tokens balance is too low. Both configurable pre-seed plus automatic top up. Okay, I have a couple of ideas. So what's your suggestion? I want it to be configured something like minimum required positions. We can actually get that from the market, right? So okay, or maybe I want that to be I want minimum required positions or tokens configured in the config, but it still must follow minimum requirement from the liquidity rewards requirement from the liquidity rewards, so it has to be minimum, or what was that, minimum give me a second. Yeah, so we need to get like maximum from minimum rewards and config. Also, I want it to be interactive for now, so I want to confirm the split manually. What else? Before starting on demand both. for the automated top up. Should we do this manually? I mean, let's just have warnings, right? So, and it should be automated. Let's not intervene. Make sure to throw notifications, warnings when this happens. But you can do that automatically before precede plus top up. Okay. Next, should we also implement merge positions? This converts yes plus no tokens back to USDC, useful for reducing inventory or exiting a market. The roadmap mentions it as a part of inventory management. Yes, we can do that. It's like not a big deal. It's just a different function, I guess. So let's just implement it. For the config, should we add initial inventory USDC, amount of USDC to split at startup, minimum token balance? Okay, so it was already considered here. I should have just written it until the end first. For the coding, should we add initial inventory USDC, amount of USDC to split at startup? Okay. Minimum token balance before auto splitting more, whether to automatically split when low. Okay. Yes, add the last two, but I only want to split what's needed. Don't do that. Don't do that for a fixed amount of USDC on start. It doesn't make sense if there are positions already. Also consider consider what? I think nothing. Two, they only want to split what's needed. Yeah. Also consider that we need to have some USDC left for the buy side market making too. So I'd like to see you calculating what's needed inventory for the market first, then understand what we have, then but this is part of different implementation already, right? Okay, and then we can start splitting etc. I actually thought that it's now integrating it completely, so it's basically doing all these pre-flight checks as well. So let's just include it in the task as well. So from your plan, it seems that implementing this also makes sense within this task. How the fuck is this possible that we just started and we used already 50% of the tokens? It was reading too much, especially the documentation. Okay, I think we need to have something like extraction agent. For example, all these could have been found by some agent, sub agent. I haven't like properly used them yet, but I did some basic usage already, and yeah, maybe that's for later. But we definitely need another agent that will be gathering all this data and not filling our context window with this. All right. So from a plan, the teams that implement also makes sense within this task, right? Let's see. We don't have much of a new models recently. So now it's planning. Okay, so let's read through that because it's already starting doing some result for us. So implementation plan, two-sided liquidity with pre-flight checks. Okay. So this plan implements 3 related roadmap items: two-sided liquidity, pre-flight checks, and basic inventory management. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, yes, I think so. And pre-flight checks validate balances before placing orders. Auto top up when the token balance falls below threshold. Okay, we need to do that very, very carefully. So key insight: inventory calculation. For market making with the order size S, sell side needs S token, and the buy side needs S equals S times price token. Makes sense. To quote both sides of a binary market, yes and no, you need S yes tokens, S no tokens, S yes price, S no price. Since yes price plus no price equals 1, total USDC needed S. Total capital per side, S tokens plus S USDC, so S to S effective capital per market. So the data flow is really nice, really nice schema here. Start fetch market metadata, condition ID, both token IDs, rewards, mean size, max spread. Pre-flight checks, get USDC balance, get yes tokens balance, get no tokens balance, calculate required amounts, fees required more than available for either yes or no tokens. If no, then we can just go ahead and start quoting directly. And if yes, then we calculate the deficit, split USDC into yes and no tokens, and if it's enough USDC for split plus buy side, then we execute split via CTF. Okay, wait. And let me understand that better also. Okay, so it just checks the balance. Okay, makes sense. Insufficient capital, reduce size, or run one-sided. Okay, makes sense. Execute split. Yes, ETF contract main loop existing. Okay, this could work, I guess. So we are gonna need the new configuration for the contracts addresses. We are gonna need a new util for splitting and merging the positions. And it's already counted the approve function as well. That's amazing. And allowance as well. That's more than amazing. Just awesome. And the inventory utils, so it just can get Okay, so just functions helping with the balances getting and some calculations as well. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sure we did that. But let's just double check. I just remember that I don't know, I don't remember if we, like, it was last year. If we implemented the changes to architecture file, or basically the rules. Okay, I think should be good. Otherwise, we'll just do it later. So inventory functions and some types, more types, and more types. This is util already. Okay, so sorry. I'm sorry. Here is only one type. The next one is the inventory configuration. Okay, so this is also type. This is a config. Okay, I think it should be okay. Let's just make sure that we understand everything. So foundation, we will implement the types and configuration, then the utils, and then more utils. Then we will adjust the strategy. Then we will modify and add a new API method, update the documentation, and there are a couple of questions that we need to answer. Okay, and one thing I wrote down, maybe you noticed that, also add disable trading for now, move that option to config. Is it the right run or not yet? Oh my god. If not, then just make what I asked for now. Let's answer the questions. So gas fees. Yes, checkmatic balance, but it's very easy, so just compare with constant. Second one, USDC approval needs options approve max, then never again. Yeah, approve max. Yeah, you can make like approvals for smaller amounts. So like if you need to split $5, you just approve $5. But first of all, we try Polymarket. Second of all, this account doesn't have I mean, we trust Polymarket, but like trust but verify, it depends on your assumption. My assumptions, I trust Polymarket. I mean, it's everyone is approving there, so it's okay. It's also actually not even Polymarket. I think it's gonna be the Gnosis contract. So anyway, Gnosis is even better. And also the second assumption is just this: there is not much money on this account, and I think we can just leave it like that. If Polymarket will be hacked and allowances will be gone, my $70 wouldn't make a big difference comparing to what's in there already. So config simplification. Currently, config requires manually entering yes token ID, no token ID, condition ID. We could require user to enter them manually. Current approach: auto fetch from Gamma API using just one token ID. Create a helper script to generate config from an events log. Lean toward B. Fetch automatically at startup. What do you prefer? Make separate script for market selection and config updates. Error handling for split failures. If the split transaction fails, to refail hard and exit, warn and continue whenever whatever inventory we have. Since we have a pretty strict workflow, let's just break it for now, because otherwise it will lose money, right? Okay, more planning, just a couple of questions answered, and I think we can proceed with the implementation. So okay, it will create a okay, now it just printed it again. All right. Okay, so we will also add the dry run mode again as well. This one. I did not expect it, but I guess we need it so we can test everything, right? That's why we are doing it like this. We have shit ton of output here, which is just repeating itself. Interesting. Open code. If you are listening to me, I'm too busy and lazy to do that, but why don't you actually work on that? Like right now we have 2 times output of the proposed implementation, and I think it happens very often. Like I can make a research, but I won't. But and it now prints again. I don't know, like if it's cached, that's cool. If it's not cached, that's not cool. If it takes more context, that's not cool. Why can't you, like during this phase, create a temporary files and put this in there? Don't even put that in the context. I don't know, and just use that later on when you switch to the implementation. You can just copy paste these files instead of just rewriting them 3 times again and again. I mean, I hope it's what happens under the hood that I'm just wrong, but because if it's not, like it's as usual, just yet another super easy thing to do, and no one did that yet. Interesting. Let me just write one reminder for myself and we will proceed. Okay, memo is done. So I guess it's ready to implement. I don't want to review that. Oh, okay, it has more questions now. Okay, we can switch to the build mode right away, because otherwise it will just soon start summarizing context. I don't want that. So first one was RPC URL for Polygon, whether we want to use our private URL or public, and there is an option to use both basically, and as a default fallback. So that's what we are gonna be doing. Second question is which token to quote. The current strategy only quotes one side of the market, the configured token ID. With two-sided liquidity, we should quote only yes token, like now, but with proper inventory, quote both yes and no token with full two-sided market making. For true two-sided liquidity as described in the roadmap, I believe it means A, having tokens to sell while having USDC to buy at the same time, but let me know if you want B. Well, that's interesting question, because I think if we will be market making both yes and no markets, then we will be more flexible. Probably some of the positions that will stay, like remain on our hands, will be self how to say, excluding self like we can just, you know, instead of splitting, we can merge them back. Like they could be mergeable position if we hold yes and no tokens, which is cool, but I don't think it should be the part of what we're doing now, right? So let's I like B, but it's too much. Update roadmap map for that. Critical. And we will do that later. And the third question is config structure. I'm replacing with yes token ID, no token ID, and it's a breaking change to the config. Should I make a clean break? Keep backward compatibility. Of course, A, and go ahead and build now. Okay, now we can relax for a while. I actually, I guess, recently realized that my models from Copilot might be slow. Like, I haven't tried other sources. Probably I should. I have a Anthropic account, so maybe I can just import my API key and see. Especially interesting how much tokens it will consume, or money. But yeah, probably there are better ways. I will see. I haven't looked into the cloud code subscriptions yet, ever. But if that's the case, if they're throttling the model or something, of course it's worth at least trying, and maybe even switching in the future. Okay, so let's go to our code base. Now it's starting to, it's getting to be shaped, and we have a new constant here, contracts. And I don't know, let's check if that works. How can we do this? Print me. Oh, we can just run open code another one, right? And we can use another model. Oh. Something like Where are you? Where are you? Where is it? Okay, sorry. Here. Run CRL to test this RPC. No, skip all that. Man, you don't need that. Stop. We don't need all that. Keep planning, keep rules. Just do what I said. Or there should be also like a clean mode where you just run the clean model without any rules as well. I don't know, maybe there is one. Okay, so now it's cool. Let's call it. Yeah, and we have the data, so I think we can use that. What I did here is I just checked this default RPC that was generated by, or I mean, it's commonly used, and yeah, I just wanted to make sure it works. That's it. Okay, so what we have here are types that we are usually not checking. Configuration, some utils. Utils are using headers. Should be good. First time in my life, I'm not even checking the blockchain related code. Something gotta change in your life sometimes, Okay, I think we need to update. Okay, we have new utils ready here for inventory. This one gets the balances, the tokens. And as you can see, all the functions are splitted as we asked it last time. Okay. Still working, guys? Ah, okay. Sorry, it just asked my permission again. Smart guy. It wanted to read something about... Oh, wait. Ah, okay, it just wants to run the TypeScript. All right. Okay, so it even updated the life cycle already. We can check that now. So first run the market, then edit the config, then set dry run false when ready to live trading, and so on and so on. Okay, cool. So here is the dry run in action. Action. I'm gonna be checking all that. You can just trust me, okay? I won't comment anything that's not worth commenting. Okay, all this makes sense. We are still running in the loop mode basically, with sleeps, which is fine. We only needed to do this pre-flight checks and so on. Now, so let's review. The next thing is the market selector script. Okay, have it finished? It haven't finished yet. Still does some changes. Okay, so it's done now. We checked all the code base and all makes sense. Okay, I didn't check this one yet, the architecture, but I think it also makes sense. Okay, so maybe we can make another change, and this one select market is just generating the configuration for the selected market. But let's also find the most profitable market. Let's implement additional script. Find most profitable or most paying market, where the rewards, the liquidity rewards for market makers are higher. Let's just reference this page, right? Wait, stop. So I can later use this market in the select market script and document the workflow. Document the whole flow. I think it will understand me. So it now does some um, CLI calls before it can implement the script, because I really want to have a script that will be fetching the best market for us first. You know, you remember last time agent did that for us. There is this page, maybe. Okay, it compacted the context again. Okay, so it figured out something, I guess. Okay, so there are more utils for that now. Intense competition. Look like this is the hardest one. Just pays $1. Crazy. Spread is 0.1 cents. That's probably the market we want to market make at as well. Anyone doing this, look at this. The market, like the huge chunk of the order book is actually getting the rewards. Up to here. Okay, I guess we're gonna be testing it now. So I want to be able to call first this script, second select market script, run market maker. I wonder what it will give me now, but I did not expect it to write another script actually. It does some preparations now. Oh my god, it's too big. Why do we even have it? What the fuck is this? Oh, okay, let's not do this. It's too much, I think, already. Let's remove that and start a new session. I think we are good to go. Let's test all that. So now we can go here and test our newly created script. Find best markets. Let's see. So fetching markets with the reward programs, 133 rewards, minimum liquidity 1k. What's that? I don't know. Okay, let's give it another task. I ran this and it says minimum liquidity 1k, but here I see many more other markets with much smaller minimum liquidity, right? Up to like very small amount. Okay. Can you specify like maximum liquidity and then only show in arcs? Up to that. Because we also don't want to see these markets where the liquidity would be huge. We are starting small, very smaller amounts, so not 20k. Stop. Stop. Let's do $50. Okay, probably that's something different. Yeah, probably that's not like minimum liquidity for the. That's not mean liquidity for the market making to get rewards, right? Okay, now it will add another option. Okay, so I think what we just did was useless. But sometimes this happens. It's okay. Um, let's just continue and let's find the markets. Tampa Bay, this one. I don't know what is it about, but it's apparently the best market. I don't know. Let's see. What spreads does it have? The current spread is 3 cents. Yeah, maybe let's explain that. Can you explain the score then? What the first market means? How is it better? Okay, so higher spread, max spread, 3.5 means your order can be 3.5 away from midpoint and still earn rewards. Then mean score of 0, perfect score. You need 0 shares minimum to earn rewards. Is it true? Not. It's 50. Liquidity score capped at 20. Higher liquidity, more stable market. Competition score. Okay, no daily rewards data from the API. What's this? Jordan Love. Same. Why I don't see these top markets on the rewards page? Can it be all the markets or something? Okay, Tampa Bay is here. But is it? So it was trying to find the API for the rewards, but it couldn't. Okay, so it was using the wrong API. That's why we couldn't find a better market. I think now it will change. Okay, so it removes now a lot of stuff. Apparently it did not. Okay, so for the next time, I guess we need to first just make sure that it's understanding what it does before it's too late, like now. Also here, Google Chrome offers the MCP server. Probably it's also better to give access to it, to just go and check the network and see this how itself, like what's the API call, where the data are, and so on. But okay, I think we learned a good lesson. Okay, now we're talking. Harvey Weinstein market. No. Okay, let's check one, like this one, for example. I'm gonna copy here. Let's see. Ah, okay, so this is why. Maybe this is why. Okay, let's try again this Weinstein thing. And see. Okay, now here you go. We have the best market for us. Probably volatile as fuck as well, but spread is 37 cents. Oh my god. That's why. Um okay. Okay. We haven't tested our changes yet, but we are building something big, so I think it's okay. Let's just leave it like that, and we will check everything we've done, of course, in the next episode, because we are coming to an end now. But what I really want to do is here probably include the option to check actually the liquidity, or let's just keep it like this. Let's just research what we have. Okay, Trump eliminates capital gains tax on crypto. That's interesting. Let's check this. Okay, so this is the market. There is some competition. Oh my god, go back. There is some competition, and the spread is 7 cents, and 4 cents are rewarded, which is already much better. Already much better. Exactly the same situation here. And these guys, they're actually getting their rewards. That's quite yeah, you can see here, probably this is quite an interesting market for us. Let's try run on this one, maybe. And we will run one-sided on yes, and we will see. So there was one market for the previous year and one for this year, I guess, and this one already resolved to know whether when this one would still be resolved to something else. Let's okay, let's apply the changes we have here so we don't lose them. And okay, let's just start a new session. That's I got crazy. This share function is actually, I don't know, like you do everything very good, open code, very good, but the share function enabled by default, no. Just don't repeat the mistakes of npm and other guys, please. You will regret that once. Like maybe you will not until some point when this will be a problem. 69 AK. Wow, hello. So yeah, like it's actually a trauma of mine. I once pushed the private project to the npm just because it was by default public, and later on they changed it to private. So maybe you want to change the sharing as well. You can always enable that and do it explicitly enabled, right? Why do you expose data explicit like by default? I don't understand. So I asked the Cloud Code to basically just run our scripts to switch to this market. We will see how it works in action. What transaction will it do and so on. So we will basically check whatever we just implemented in this episode, and we will continue on more on the next one because it's already getting too late. And from now on I'm having these streams at 3 p.m. Central European time, 3 o'clock, so please join later. And they're gonna be as usual 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So next one is Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Okay, so it's now we can run it. It's now in dry run mode. So it's initializing the client, running pre-flight checks, current inventory. Wow, I don't have this much. I think it should be separated. Okay, it will do the job later, I think. Or maybe let's just tell it to run it, you know, and fix it. Run it and fix mistakes if you see them. Make no mistakes, you know. Okay. I think it will see the error right away with this $75 million. I wish I had them. But okay, it will hang now. I need to stop it manually. Or no? Yes. Efficient. So we did not see the error. Fix the error. I only have $75. Use format units from others instead. There is a function which does this. Do you use cursor or anti-gravity? I like here on the streams we are using everything. We started with anti-gravity at the beginning, and now for this season we are working on the open code, and so far it's one of the best, to be honest. And I don't use cursor. I'm not fan of cursor. Probably we will never use cursor on the streams because there are much better solutions than cursor, so I don't bother even trying it. And I might be wrong actually, but for now this open code is like one of the best. Okay, so he decided 10 shares per side, so it needs $10 for one side and $5 for another one, something like this. Do you want to trade this market, guys? Let's try. Why not? Don't ask, don't get, right? Okay, so we have everything configured here. Let's just turn off the dry run and right. We will immediately stop everything as well. Don't worry. Yeah. So let's go. Let's try. Oh, we have error here. We need to set up minimum gas price. So run again. I disabled dry run. There is error with transaction sending. Probably needs to get the blockchain fees from the provider first, and then use a slightly bigger value for gas, because it's a Polymarket and it's always adjusted with transactions. They are cheap, so it's safe to use 2x. Yeah, it's a usual problem with Polygon. So you it just has issues with sending the transactions because you need to actually set up transaction fees. Oh, it seems like it's working now, but it's not ideal solution, so we will fix that anyway. I mean, it's not ideal to run it like this. For the better execution, you always need to control everything, and the gas costs especially. So yeah, but now I think it will just pass through because it sent a transaction, if it will be mined. Let's see what's happening with our account right now. From the logs, it seems like it sent the transaction and just waits for a confirmation. Okay, let's just stop it. Wait. Okay. So it's doing what I asked it for now, anyways. Oh my god, 2 hours already. I have to finish, but let's fix that first. So it multiplies gas by 2. Okay, I'm gonna run it manually now first. Okay, now we are getting there. Yes, cool. Oops, something's wrong, but our transaction went through. Let's see. Yes, here is the approval. Maybe what? It was so expensive. The base cost is now 3,000, 4,000. Oh my god, never seen these values before. Okay, let's allow it to run it now, and I think it will find this new error. Oh, that's true. That's actually true. We have our tokens on the proxy wallet right now, which is yeah, we don't have them available. We cannot use them. We need to withdraw, but let's probably just withdraw manually. Okay, okay, makes sense. Hold on. Let's how much do we need? We need to split $15, right? 15 USDC. So let's just withdraw that. Yes, 15, and here recipient address. Yes, still takes some fees from us all the time, even though it says it's free. Your funds will arrive in a few seconds. Okay, it's back. We have $15 now. Let's rerun it again manually and hope this time it will work. No. Maybe it's just because the network is congested and it did not read our updates. Let's try again. No. Yeah, we probably should change this documentation as well because it does not include our changes. We have the tokens arrived here. Let's try again. Maybe it's also already propagated to the network. No, it was not. You know what we can do here? We can go to Tenderly and try to simulate that. So we have here, that's already interesting part. So here we have can I use this account? Okay, contract from to this one, and Polygon, and we want to row and input row data. Gonna be this, and we need to specify the color, which is this address, and let's run it. Yep. So the problem is the same. Just does not see our tokens. So 2791 token. Do we have it? Oh, we have a different token here. Apparently. All right. That's something new. Let's go and switch that. We will lose some 2%. Crazy. Okay, now we have 0. It was just swapped or lost. I guess we're gonna find out very soon. Okay, yes, we have this one, and it's 2.7 now. Okay, we're good to go. Splitting done. Cycle 1. Ask failed, not enough balance allowance. Okay, stop immediately, canceling all orders. What is happening? Haven't we tried that yet? Okay, let's review our portfolio. So what we have here, positions, they should reflect our positions right now. Withdrew funds. Where was this market that we used? Trump eliminate capital gains tax on crypto. I think should be here. So we supposedly holding 15 yes and 15 no tokens. Let's see. Yes, it looks so. Maybe the system haven't updated that information yet. So why don't we run it again and see what will happen? Yes, tokens no, 0, 0. Okay. It does not see our positions now. Why? I don't know. And that's the question for the next time. Thank you so much, guys, for joining today. We have to wrap up, even though it's a pretty interesting moment right now. It's already too late. I haven't planned to be that late today. So see you on Wednesday at 3 o'clock Central European time, or you can always watch the recordings on the YouTube. Please consider giving a like and subscribe everywhere you can. Thank you guys for being here. We will figure out what's happening here on the Wednesday, I hope, and we will continue our journey. Bye bye, and have a nice and good new year, everyone.